So my name is Jenny Shalio. Some of you may know me as Jenna. I go by that name as well. And I am turning 30, and I'm on the cusp of entering the professional education world. I'm in the second year of the Secondary Dual Educator Program, and I'm getting the dual endorsement in special ed and art. And the first time I saw art and special ed kind of come together was when I was working at a camp on the East Coast. I was working with students that were from the inner city, urban youth, and these students, for various reasons, had built up walls. And art was a way that I was able to kind of crack through, break through that ice, and reach them, and bring out some of their potential, and help them find some inspiration and find some hope in their future. So art for me is the reason why I teach. It's the way I can actually connect with those students. Excuse me, I have to check my notes here. So the STEP program has already changed my life and my ideas of education and my plans for my future. I've had many experiences and learning opportunities that have given me the skills to assess and teach every child that would enter my classroom. I want to continue to teach in environments conducive to unconventional learning, whether it is public or private. It is my aspiration to teach and advocate for children that fall through the cracks. I want to support the child, their future, and their dreams. It is essential to involve the family and the community. Now that statement right there, family and the community, that is built partly because of my background and partly because of the program that I'm involved in. I was raised in an intentional community, so there was like 20 adults that were all invested in my education, invested in my future. So I had this wonderful network of support, believing in me and pushing me and showing me the possibilities. And the STEP program, for me, fits really nicely with that belief because every student is capable. Every student has the possibility to learn. And the STEP program has given me some of the resources and the tools and helped kind of take these ideas that I had that were up here to a tangible way I can actually relate them to education in the current system. And there's one student in particular I want to share with you. This is a student this is my second year of student teaching, and I'm working at Beaverton High School. And there was one student that I was working with that he was kind of shy and quiet. His eyes were really bright. I could tell he was interested. And this was a photography class, basic photography. We're not using digital cameras, we're using film photographs. So we would also go in the darkroom and we process film, and there's all these steps that you need to follow. And so he was sitting there during lectures and during work, and his eyes were so excited, but he wouldn't do anything. He'd just sit there, kind of like waiting to do something. And I worked with him a bit and kind of held his hand through some of the activities that we're doing, and came to realize that the steps were really challenging for him. And so we brainstormed different ways that we could help him be successful in the class. We did that together. He's a junior, and I believe that having the student be involved in that process of how can education support you is really important as well. And that's something that the Secondary Dual Educator Program really instills in us as well, as the student involvement. So as I was sitting there chatting with him about this, we created a list of step-by-step procedures that he could do, and we drew pictures for those. And then we also got some other students involved in that as well, so he was able to create some friends and make some connections to people. And this didn't take a whole lot of my time, didn't take a whole lot of effort, but for him, and for me later, to see how that affected him, he walked out of that darkroom with his first print in his hand, and his eyes were so big. He yelled across the room, Miss S, look what I did. And it was really exciting for me to see him find the self-confidence, to see him find the self-esteem, and the belief that he could actually succeed. That was a wonderful moment, and it's because of moments like that and many others that I want to be a teacher, that I will be a teacher, and that I'm in this program. And I want to thank each and every one of you out there, whether you're donating, whether you're teaching, whether you're a student. I want to thank you for the belief in possibilities, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't. You wouldn't be here if you didn't think that every student can learn. And so I want to thank you all for that, specifically Stephanie McBride and everybody that was involved in that scholarship. And as a teacher, it is my goal to let students know that I believe in them. And because of this scholarship support, I know that people believe in me as well. So that kind of helps me out too. So thank you.